Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. So Miyoo finally sent me the V2 of the Flip and I'm going to unbox it and I'm going to tell you some of the differences that are different from the version 1. Now I don't really know if this is the V2 because there's no way of knowing if this is the V2. So the first thing we're going to do is unbox the device and take a look around the actual device itself. Let's have a look at the box actually first. It doesn't actually tell you anywhere on the box if this is a version 2. Now I wish they would have done that so at least people would know what version they're getting. So yeah, Miyoo, if you're listening, Miyoo, whatever, change that, update that box because you're sending out the same boxes. Anyway, so you do get this nice hard shell carry case with this nice little controller zipper on the side here. So I do like these. It's real nice to have these with your little systems. Inside the box you get the console itself, also some instruction manuals which I did use just to change some keys and stuff later on after I made this video. So it is really good to have this at hand, just to have it at reference and stuff, so you can check some things out if you need to in the future. So I always keep these in the actual case or the box or whatever. If you've got a case, I just chuck it back into the case. If you've got a box, chuck it in the box. And you do get a USB Type-C charging cable. It is recommended that you use the ones that do come with these systems, but hey ho. You also get this screen protector. I'm not going to be using it. And also a card reader, which I don't really need, but nice to have, I guess. I've got so many of these, so I tend to use my own. And you also get this little case for your micro SD card, which I've already put into the system. So yeah, that's some nice neat touch. So as for the Flip, let's put this stuff away and then we can have a look around the device. So we're going to go straight in and check out that hinge action. Okay, so the hinge sound does sound good. It does sound sturdy and it does feel like it's good. And this is one of the things that they updated. Apparently in the V1 it was a plastic hinge mechanism, now they put a steel one in, so it's going to have better resistance over time. Anyway, enough of the hinge action. Let's go around and have a look at the device itself. So on the side here you do get the volume buttons up and down. You get the SD card reader on this side. You do get the headphone jack at the bottom and also a USB Type-C charging port here. On the other side you get another SD card to mount more ROMs on, and also the power button and also the light indicators to show the power. At the top you do get the actual L and R buttons, which is nice, a micro HDMI out and a USB Type-C. I'm guessing this is for a controller or something. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. I'm gonna do a shake test. Sounds okay. The reason why I did a shake test is because listen to this. Wow. Anyway, we're gonna check out the firmware. Mine actually shipped with 2024's firmware. I don't know why that is, but I did a quick Google search and I found out on Reddit that a lot of other people's systems also shipped with the same 2024 firmware. I don't know why that is, so I'll update that at some point and change it to 2025. Let's go through some of the differences between the V1 and the V2. This actually ships with the Bluetooth right at the box, where V1 software didn't allow you to do that. You had to do some backflips and stuff to do it. And also there is some other changes as well that I'll get into in a second, but first I just want to check out this D-pad. The D-pad is really nice. It feels really tactile, and also these face buttons do feel really nice and responsive as well. I do like the travel distance and I do like that little clicky noise as well. And the actual sticks themselves are upgraded as well, so you don't get that cardinal snapping anymore, and you also get some better rubber on them, so it's better to have a bit more grip. Apparently that's what they say. So let's take off this screen protector and check out some games, and I'll also mention some of the actual other changes that they've changed with the V2 compared to the V1. The main change is obviously the metal hinge that they've got now, and in the original they had the plastic hinge, and a lot of people had this broken eventually over time and stuff, but hey ho, it does happen, and that's why they make these iterations to make things better. Miyoo is known for it. They did it with the original Miyoo Mini, where they made four iterations of that same device, and it got better as it went along. So we're only on V2 and it's not a world of a difference between the two, so if you've got the V1 and it works fine, you don't really need to get the V2 because there isn't that many major differences between the one and the two, but there is some subtle differences. Let's just do a quick sound test before we continue. As I was saying before the sound test, we do have some differences between the V1 and the V2. They've got better plastic, durable plastic apparently between the systems. I don't know because I don't have the V1 to check that. Also, like I mentioned, it's got better thumbsticks, and also it has better screen brightness on this device. So the brightness is actually better compared to the V1. Again, I can't compare the two because I don't have the V1. But yeah, so there's some subtle differences, not anything major that is going to make you want to upgrade to the V2 if you've already got the V1. I mean, if your V1 works, fine. If it doesn't, I mean, it's up to you if you want to fork out another $60, $70 to get one of these systems and, you know, just get those little subtle differences. But obviously, if your system is knackered or beaten up or whatever, then obviously, if you want to upgrade, it does make sense. But aside from that, I'm having a ton of fun. The D-pad works fine. I can do all the moves, the fireballs, the hurricane kicks, all of that stuff is perfect. I do like the buttons, and I'm really happy to have the Miyoo Flip V2 in my possession. If they do make a V3, I will grab that as well. And at some point, I'm going to compare this with the Ambernic SP, but it's just finding the time to do that. But do check out that video, it will be coming soon. Next up, we're going to try some Sonic on the Dreamcast, and I can't lie, this thumbstick feels really good, very responsive, and it does feel grippy and the texture is real nice. So all in all, I guess I'm having a ton of fun with this device so far. Everything seems to work, everything that I've thrown at it seems to work, the games are okay, the ergonomics are fine, and it does feel comfortable in the hand. I am going to make a more in-depth review of this actual device. It's just a quick unboxing, a quick overview, and just talking about some of the differences between the V1 and the V2. So do check out that video. We're going to jump in and try some Game Boy Advance next and see how that plays. So the first game I'm going to check out is, yes, you guessed it, Contra. One of my favorite games. I always love to test Contra just to see how it, you know, works and stuff. So straight off the bat, the D-pad fine, all the directionals are perfect, don't have any issues there, and it runs really good as well. Looks really nice on this screen, and I do like that little border at the bottom that says the Game Boy Advance. Looks really cool. I do like that little design that they put there, so it's really nice to see that on the actual screen whilst you're playing Game Boy Advance games. And yeah, again, runs real nice and crisp, real smooth. Here's another classic game on the Game Boy Advance. Actually, this is one of my favourite games on the Game Boy Advance because I used to go away a lot when I was younger, and I used to always take this game with me and I'd play it for hours, especially on long journeys and stuff. I'd be sat in the back of the car going to these different places, and this would be my go-to game. And you do need really good reflexes, and the D-pad is going to come into a lot of play, and that's the reason why I wanted to check it out. And to be honest with you, no faults again. D-pad is fine, controls are perfect, and the game looks magnificent on the screen. So I can't actually wait to stop making this video and start playing this game. I just want to say that I do love clamshell designs. They really are my favourite. I wish there was a iteration of a device that's like a clamshell that's got dual screens on it for the 3DS. But hopefully it's getting there slowly but surely, and one day maybe somebody's going to make a decent device. I know there's one out already, but that screen was real tiny, so I can't actually wait till someone does it properly so you can play the 3DS library, you know, with a better screen and stuff. Maybe an OLED, who knows. I just wanted to mention also that the screen is really nice, the colors do pop, and I don't have any issues with it. The viewing angles are fine, everything seems to be really tip-top condition with the screen itself, so I'm guessing they might actually probably did make the screen better, because if you do remember, I made a video on my Miyoo A30 and I said that I wish that screen was a little bit brighter. I don't have that issue with this. The screen seems plenty bright and plenty vibrant as well. So if you wanted to know about the screen, it's really nice. It is a gorgeous screen on this actual Miyoo Flip V2. I just wanted to say, like, I had a wild little memory in my head that way back in the days when the PlayStation 1 was out, you would never actually, well, I would never actually, in my wildest dreams, think that I'd be playing these games in the palm of my hand one day in the future. It just didn't compute in my brain. And being able to do it today, it just brings me so much joy and brings a big smile on my face, because it's so awesome to be able to carry these games with you wherever you go. And that's a wrap, guys. That was the Miyoo Flip V2. Please do check out my previous videos on the Miyoo A30, and also just check out my library. I've got a ton of videos out there to do with like retro handhelds and other games and stuff, so check those out. But yeah, I do like the device. I've had a ton of fun with it. I'll also check out the micro HDMI out in my next video when I do the review. And that's all I got for you. Stay safe, guys. Peace, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Leave some comments in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.